In 1998, Alyssa Milano was cast in the new series Charmed for the WB network. Alyssa's role as one of 3 young witches gave the 26-year-old actress a chance to show her range.
It's such a great job in so many aspects, but really because anything goes, and we're able to, you know, one week be evil and the next week be a demon, and you know, the next week be this good witch and wear prosthetic makeup and do martial arts and everything. So it's a fun gig.
Is it kind of like a goof sometimes? I mean, do you laugh?
Oh, we laugh constantly at the absurdity of what we're doing. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our dialogue is so, you know, it's so foreign. It's like a different language because we're constantly talking about vanquishing demons with, you know, demonic underworld traits, and yeah, it's hilarious to do.
Now, how did this come about? I know you've been working for Aaron Spelling on Melrose Place.
When Lori Rahm, who was the original actress that played Phoebe, backed out, they had like 4 days to hire someone to replace her, and I got a phone call from Mr. Spelling, and he sent the original pilot to me, which they were going to reshoot, obviously. And I watched the tape, and I just knew that the show was going to be successful.
The sudden need for recasting was a blessing in disguise, according to executive producer Brad Kern.
You know, everyone was scrambling, and Aaron said, "Well, you know, let me call Alyssa Milano," and we all went, "Yeah, right. Okay, call Alyssa. Sure, she'll say yes." And she did, and we felt charmed.
And we didn't discuss money or anything. We turned out the business people, but that was it. That has never happened to me. Never.
At first, Alyssa and her on-screen sisters, Shannon Doherty and Holly Marie Combs, didn't know what to expect.
Shannon and I already had as a friend, so it was very important to us that the third girl be the right combination of of strength and wherewithal and humor, and she fits in amazingly well.
But by season number 3, all was not magical behind the scenes, and rumors began to swirl.
I read a lot that there was a contentious relationship between you and Shannon Doherty. I mean, was that true? I mean, was it a relief when she finally did leave?
It was a hard thing for me when she left. I think that the way she handled the press when she left was very hurtful to me. We didn't fight. There was definitely, I'm so not confrontational, I'm so terrified of confrontation. There was definitely tension, and I've been asked these questions so many times, and I still have not pinpointed or been able to narrow down where the tension began, because the first season it seemed like we were fine. But it just was one of those things that happened.
After Shannon left Charmed, she was quoted as saying, "It's a show for 12-year-olds."
I was disappointed in what Shannon said. I was hoping that she would have a more graceful exit, especially because it was something that she wanted to do. Nothing she said was accurate as far as anybody who is behind the scenes, Alyssa included.
The press that she did after she left was very hurtful to me and the show. And I think my first instinct was to want to be really defensive and go out there and defend our creative staff and myself and Holly, and but then I realized it wasn't worth it, because I think she was speaking out of some kind of pain, and I would have never wanted to contribute to that in any way.
Shannon's departure gave producers a chance to rejuvenate the show.
Unfortunately, it's a fact of our lives that sometimes the good comes with a little sadness.
It was a bit of a risk to take a hit show and lose a star, and that's one of the things I'm most proud about, both personally and with the cast, including Rose McGowan, for recreating the show.
She really brought new life to doing the show and made us really excited again to be doing it, which was a blessing going into our 4th season, because that's when it can have a tendency, the writing can get stale and you can get really lazy as far as acting, and she just inspired us to do better.